Hello, friends, and welcome to Talking with Famous People. My name is host Eric, and my YouTube channel is, of course, about a lot of different things. It's about typology, it's about humor, it's about music that I make, it's about live streaming, it's about philosophy, politics, all kinds of different things. One thing it is not about is systematically violating people's copyrights. So, some time back, I was looking for Michelle Shock's music online, and I couldn't find it anywhere. Except I finally found it in the Internet Archive. So I made a video saying, Michelle Shock's album is here, if you're looking for it too, right? She copyrighted striked me. I guess I must have included a clip of one of her songs, unless I just linked to it, in which case, why I was even ever cited for a copyright violation, I do not know. But regardless, she copyright struck me. I had to go to copyright school. And, of course, the offending content was removed. And that should be the end of any kind of thing like that, right? She took the harshest approach possible with me. She had immediate compliance with the takedown request. And YouTube punished me. Okay, so she was not satisfied with this because after this happened, I made a video calling her out on her fundamentally antisocial and incredibly hostile approach to copyright. I respect her property rights. It's her intellectual property. She had the prerogative to issue the takedown notice and give me a strike. She did so. I thought it was uncool, but I recognized that it was legitimate, you know. Certainly, I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, so I am guaranteed never to even approach violating any portion of that woman's copyright ever again, assuming I did in the first place. I actually don't have access to the video that got a copyright strike, so I'm not actually sure if it includes any of her music or not, but it did show people where it was. So anyway, this woman is absolutely furious with me because I told the truth about her in an internet video. Civilized people, when they have a problem with somebody, when they think that that person's engaged in bad behavior, even if it's technically legitimate, it's still bad behavior. It's contrary to how everybody else deals with copyright. She had multiple less aggressive remedies available to her, but chose the most aggressive remedy, and then even when it worked, she followed up with this wonderful email. Okay, so let's show you this so we can talk about what I suspect she's trying to do. Some of this is speculation, of course, because I'm not inside of her head. So I got this email from her. It's your lucky day, schmuck. You've been named as a respondent on a copyright infringement claim by a famous person. Michelle Shock, you aren't very famous, let me tell you. Every time I bring you up, people are like, who's that? But that's fine. I mean, you're more famous than me. Just imagine the possibilities for YouTube content clickbait. Now, one, if you looked into me at all, you realize I've got like 8,000 videos. Tons of them are one-offs, like the one I made about you. And the only reason I continue talking about you is because you demonstrated such a toxic level of hostility and malfeasance. You know, it's like, I get it, it's your intellectual property. I'm sorry I linked to it on the Internet Archive, right? This is the email I got. Won't your subscribers be excited? I don't think so. I mean, my subscribers don't really come around here for content about Michelle Shocked. I think everybody enjoys seeing a nefarious ne'er-do-well like you be held to account because it's the only proper response to somebody like you. You trying to intimidate me with this nonsense is insane. You're not nearly smart enough to intimidate me. If I had actually harmed you and incurred any real liability, you wouldn't have to take me to court. I'd acknowledge it and try to make it right, you know. But that's not what happened at all. I dare you to sign and return this waiver of service that she sent me. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. I'm so looking forward to this rumble. See you in court, sucker, Michelle Shock. Well, I don't think it's going to survive my motion to dismiss, but I'm looking forward to you serving me, actually. You have to actually serve me, of course. I didn't sign your waiver. And I want to bring to everyone's attention what this waiver said. It's a waiver of your right to be subpoenaed. And if you do sign this waiver, then you can opt out of the case, which then gets dismissed without prejudice. Now, this is the speculation part. Obviously, I'm not going to sign it because I read it and understood what it meant. Why would I want to make her job easier? If she thinks that daring me to be stupid is going to work, she is even less bright than I think. And I'm sure lots of people are scared by threats of litigation. But I'm looking forward to her actually serving me and not just pretending like she's going to serve me, right? Now that I've not signed the waiver, she's going to have to actually serve me. So let's go to my response email. The response says, "No, dummy. Obviously, actually subpoena me. Only a complete turd would sign this." Well, she didn't like that because she responded like this. "Just imagine..." No, that's the wrong one. "Just what I figured, you chicken shit disguised as an internet bully troll." Okay, I am not a chicken shit at all, Michelle Shock. That's why I'm calling you out on your bullshit and saying, serve me. I've got my motion to dismiss already written in my head, and it's amply robust. This kind of hyper litigious bullshit, judges are going to just hate this, right? This case of yours, because even you acknowledge you have no idea if the claims you're making are true. She sent me these attached documents, including her actual claim, which I actually read for the first time this morning. I never got past the waiver initially. I was just like, what kind of idiot does this woman think I am? So, I'm not chicken shit at all. I want you to subpoena me. It's easy to find where I live. I'm not hiding, but you might have to look through some of my content. I talk about my address in multiple videos. And you got to find them if you want it. I'm not going to do your work for you. You could probably just call information and find my address. It's not like I'm hiding, right? I'm not scared of other people because I'm not a bad person. You see? You will try and hide your head in your cowardly bung bucket as long as possible. Well, is this hiding my head? Do serve me. Your case is laughable. And this morning when I realized you're only suing me for $5,000, you dummy. She calls me an internet bully / troll. Except if you paid any attention to my content at all, I've got thousands and thousands of videos of purely original content, ideational stuff where I'm philosophizing, talking about legal matters. I've got an excellent legal mind. Music, very excellent songs, original songs, hundreds of them. Not hundreds of excellent ones, but some excellent ones and hundreds of songs. I've got comedy up there. I've got many, many live streams. And in no sane universe could anybody call me an internet bully troll. Because what I'm doing to you right now, Michelle Schacht, is not bullying you. I'm making you be accountable and calling you out publicly for your bad behavior. That is the appropriate natural consequence of that bad behavior. Granted, you're within your rights to file this lawsuit. You have standing to file it. Apparently there was a violation. I don't know. But your reasoning is so insane, it will never pass muster from any intelligent person whatsoever. This is her claim. She said that this is a claim for contributory and vicarious secondary copyright infringement. I allege that the respondent knew I did not authorize the use of my work on the Internet Archive link he provided. The onus is not on me to determine if you gave them permission to put your shit up there. The onus is on you to make them take it down, or on them to check to see if it's okay. I have no way of knowing whether it's up there legitimately or not. Just because you take it down every place else doesn't mean you didn't decide, I like the Internet Archives, I'm going to leave it there. There's absolutely zero way for me to possibly know that, and it's not my responsibility to find out. On February 9th, I filed a DMCA takedown against Eric Strauss on YouTube for copyright infringement for 17 U.S. Code 1201 circumvention of technical measures. The DMCA claim was for a YouTube video posted by Eric Strauss. Eric Strauss's YouTube video was titled Found It, Short Sharp Shocked, Full Album Whereabouts. I did find it. I, of course, did not host it on my server, so I'm not responsible for knowing whether you, Michelle Schacht, gave Internet Archive permission to put it there. And my thing, boy, this is a difficult album to listen to online. It looks like Michelle Schacht is really trying to sell 1,000 CDs at $250 pop, so it's difficult to find this album's audio online anywhere. But I found it. Where? Here. Okay. In Eric Strauss's YouTube video description, he also included the remark, "This will get some views," as a reference to circumventing 17 U.S. Code 1201 for copyright infringement by driving traffic to his It's not my Internet Archives channel. She says, to driving traffic to his Internet Archives channel. I don't have an Internet Archives channel. Obviously, there is no such thing. And what I did was access the Internet Archive. She then concedes in the next paragraph, I do not know if this Internet Archive link was uploaded by the respondent. You do know it wasn't. I'm not the Internet Archive. I obviously didn't upload that. I do not know if this Internet Archive link was uploaded by a third party. I'm unable to provide sufficient evidence as to the identity of the archive.org member who uploaded Short Sharp Shock album linked in the description of Eric Strauss's YouTube video, but I'm offering a reasonable argument. No, you're not, because that's not how the Internet Archive works. There's not a staff of people there who upload things to it. It's a bot that goes around and takes snapshots of websites and tries to get all their links and stuff. So at some point in the past, your shit was up on the internet, and the Internet Archive archived it. You know? You acknowledge that you have no reason to believe this apparent collusion you're attempting to claim. And then you say, Eric Strauss operates a for-profit scheme as host Eric on his Internet Archives channel, talking about fans before he conducts business promoting his personality typing services. That is one of the myriad things I put up on my channel, and I will point out it has absolutely nothing to do with you and your copyright. In Eric Strauss's YouTube video description, he includes the following links. Get typed by host Eric. Join the conversation. I further allege on information and belief that the respondent knew that he was accelerating secondary copyright infringement among his YouTube and Internet Archive subscribers. I don't have any Internet Archive subscribers. It's insane. And I didn't accelerate secondary infringement. In fact, it was because of my video that Michelle Schacht was able to tell Internet Archive to take it down. Otherwise, she was not aware that it was there. And in fact, copyright infringement could have been going on a regular basis as people downloaded it. Because she issued a takedown notice immediately and it was taken down immediately, and presumably then issued a takedown notice to the Internet Archive, in fact, I enabled her to stop any copyright infringement, the exact opposite of harms, benefits. The current active link on Internet Archives confirms that the Internet Archives operates a for-profit pirate site engaged in willful copyright infringement with red flag knowledge and a persistent whack-a-mole. Revival of Arts and Music on 1996-08-10. https://archives.org detail was uploaded to the Internet Archives on July 27, 2003 by BIS, confirms the Internet Archives operates a for-profit pirate site engaged in willful copyright infringement with red flag knowledge and persistent whack-a-mole. They're not me. Sue them. Following my DMC takedown filed on February 9th, Eric Strauss then began to engage in a targeted campaign of retaliation and cyber abuse on his YouTube channel. First of all, Michelle Schacht, what you're doing is retaliation. What I'm doing is holding you accountable in the civilized way, by calling you out for your malfeasance in a video, by telling the truth about what you do and what you said, and not defaming you at all. You don't like it because it makes you look bad because you're being awful, right? You're suing me, even though you've already attained all the remedies you could possibly hope for. Plus benefits you didn't even expect. And then you say here, this is aggressive bullying and abuse, using copyright infringement and whack-a-mole in an attempt to procure engagement with copyright creators in hopes of providing further content for the audience of host Eric's personality typing scheme. That is not, in fact, the case at all. The reason I have so many different videos on my channel is because I don't give a fuck about money. I make less, $100 at most a month from YouTube. I do make money from typing people, but I don't even like to work. I don't even need the money. And it's hard to get me to schedule a typing for you. And most of my videos are non-monetized. So everything you're saying is counterfactual. You assuredly know it's counterfactual, or you've not done due diligence and looked into me at all, because none of the things you're saying are supported by the actual empirics. And most of all, Michelle Schacht, you clearly do not want to sue me for copyright. You want to sue me for calling you out, right? You're really mad about that. You call it aggressive bullying and abuse. That means you feel so bad about, you sort of know deep down that what you're doing is deeply wrong, hostile, toxic, unnecessarily aggressive, etc., and totally not in keeping with norms, right? Like, I get copyright notices frequently because I accidentally like have some background music in the thing. Everybody except you either chooses to claim all the monetization from it for themselves, because even though I might not monetize it, YouTube does, or just says, take this down without issuing a takedown notice. You know, usually you issue takedown notice if there's not compliance, right? You just ask somebody to take it down. Or any of the other better remedies that YouTube offers, you ignored them all because you're spiteful and vindictive. You don't like me because I'm smarter than you and I've called you out on your shit. I've made public your malfeasance, and that's embarrassing to you because no matter how not bright you are, surely even you can tell that this is not going to play well with anybody. Everybody's going to say, what an incredibly overwrought reaction. What a counterfactual set of claims. And then and description of harm suffered and relief sought. The infringement causes market harm for the licensing of my works. No, my making that video alerted you to the fact that the Internet Archives had your music up there, thereby allowing you to take it down and stop the risk of further copyright infringement. And now you're seeking up to the full $5,000 limited claim. So that's the most you can even ask for? Oh my God. Michelle Schacht, please very much do actually serve me. Don't be what you claim I am, chicken shit. Actually serve me. Now, that means you're going to have to do a little work. You can easily enough find my address. I'm not hiding from you. I do want you to serve me. And I want to write the motion to dismiss. And then I hopefully want to be there as the judiciary, the jurists, give you a very thorough tongue lashing for the frivolous and vindictive lawsuit that's motivated not by any actual harms at all. You can establish zero, but just by spite, because what you call bullying, you don't like being held accountable. You don't like the truth being told about you and what you're doing. You don't like my disdain and contempt for what you're doing. And yet, that's the only appropriate response to it. Everybody should feel that towards you because of your wildly disproportionate response to me directing people to your music when I couldn't find it online. It's wildly disproportionate. For a video that was up less than a day, probably directed 0 people to the actual link, maybe a couple, but even so, one of those people was definitely you. You pointed out some things about the Internet Archive that also aren't true, but you seem to think that you can get the judges to mistake the Internet Archive for me. You even say something so silly as to say that I have an Internet Archive channel, even though such things don't even exist. So, anyway, I hope we all have a really good laugh at Michelle Schacht's expense, because when people act like this, everybody should just have contempt, disdain, and eye rolling for them. This woman is absolutely awful. She is what I would call a spite monkey. She is desperately determined to take me down a notch because she can't scare me, she can't intimidate me, and she's totally in the wrong overall, right? Like, her approach to copyright, which says, I'm not just going to make sure my copyright's enforced, but I want to do as much damage as possible to anybody who even momentarily considers any kind of temporary, even a teeny snippet of my song. I'm going to try to ruin their lives. Nobody is going to side with you on this, especially when all of your claims are counterfactual. So definitely do serve me. Please don't chicken out. Okay, I'll send you a link to this video so you can watch it and you can enjoy how horribly ill put together your case is, your claim. I mean, you better hope that judges are all mentally retarded, because that has no chance whatsoever of withstanding any intelligent scrutiny by any intelligent person. So anyway, that's my video about Michelle Shock's incredibly overwrought hostility and hyper litigious nonsense. Yeah, we should all condemn her and express disdain for her, because that's what she's purchasing with her bad behavior, right? This is not me bullying her. She's the one who said, I will find you. You will eat shit. I never told her anything like that. I engage in civil discourse about the matter. That's one thing that makes her so mad, right? Is that she can't even establish that I'm bullying her, because I'm not using that kind of language about her. She can't even establish that she's actually suing me for copyright, because she doesn't accuse me of being a copyright violator or a thief. She accused me of being a chicken shit disguised as an internet bully troll. And it described me as cowardly. I have no intention of putting my money where my trash truck and pie hole is. That's true, because you have zero chance of winning this case. But if for some freak reason you win a judgment of $5,000, I'll give you $5,000. Who cares, you know? You'll still lose, because it'll be very interesting to me. I love legal processes. It'll be very interesting to me to actually get to see you in court, depose you, and it'll be hilarious when you have to answer my questions, because you can't hang with me. Obviously, look at the fucking claim you wrote. A third grader could have written that thing. So, anyway, I'm sending you this link. I'm personally delighted, because I love justice. I love to see people guilty of malfeasance be brought to account, at least publicly, be publicly shamed for it. It's the most civil remedy. So, Michelle Shock, enjoy this video. Please do serve me. And I am going to enjoy so much as the judges take you to task for your frivolous bullshit. It's going to be hilarious.